Hello class, this is part 2 of our IHC activity. At this point, we have already applied the primary antibody. You may review that step in the part 1 video. Meanwhile, today, we will show you the subsequent steps after the application of the primary antibody. So the next day, right after the overnight incubation of the primary antibody, take the humid chamber out from the fridge and prepare for your next step. Remove the primary antibody and wash it 3 times with PBS Twin 20. Then, apply the hydrogen peroxide and incubate it at room temperature for 15 minutes. Make sure that you completely cover the tissue with the reagent. After that, remove the hydrogen peroxide and add the biotinylated secondary antibody and incubate it for 1 hour at room temperature. Again, ensure that the tissue is well covered with the antibody. So after the incubation, add the ABC or the avidin biotinylated enzyme complex and incubate it for 30 to 1 hour at room temperature. And again, Make sure that the tissue is well covered with the reagent. Then, remove the ABC and wash the tissue 3 times with PBS Tween for 5 minutes each. Now, after washing with PBS Tween, apply the DAB solution or diaminobenzidine. This acts as the substrate in IHC. And constant reminder, always ensure that the tissue is covered. So after application, incubate it at room temperature for 5 minutes. So after that, remove the DAB and wash it 3 times with distilled water. This is in preparation for the counter staining. Flood it with your counter stain, which is hematoxylin, for 1 minute. After that, rinse well the tissue. After rinsing, immerse the tissue in Scott's tap water for 5 minutes. Then rinse it under running tap water for another 5 minutes. Wash it again and this time use distilled water. Wash it twice for 3 minutes each. Now, after washing, proceed in dehydrating the tissue by immersing it in ascending grades of alcohol for 2 minutes each. Then, clear it with xylene for 5 minutes. Then, mount the tissue appropriately and proceed with the microscopic exam. This is how it would look like under the microscope. If DAB is used as the substrate, often a brown pigment is seen for the presence of the antigen. Meanwhile, a negative result will not show any brown pigment. So that's the entire protocol in performing IHC. Thank you for watching.